here today, Meridee Albrecht and Valerie Ensor, and they're going to conduct an interview. Valerie Ensor will appear as a guest on a simulated talk show with Meridee Albrecht, who will serve as the show's host. Although the topic of Toastmasters has been predetermined, the answers are going to be delivered live without any prior rehearsal. Please help me welcome Meridee Albrecht, our host, and her guest, Valerie Ensor.
Valerie.
Hello.
Hello. I plan to make this interview as ironic, not ironic, as possible.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. So, you have been in Toastmasters for how long?
I've been in Toastmasters for 10 years.
Okay.
I really love Toastmasters, and I've just had so much that I received from it.
Okay, and you are currently the president of Spotlight.
Yes, I am.
And are you in any other Toastmasters clubs?
I am. I'm actually in 4 clubs. I'm in a club in Seattle. I'm in Kent Evening Toastmasters in Kent, Kent Toast and Boast in Kent, and the Downtowners Club in Seattle, and then also as president here at Spotlight.
That's a lot of Toastmasters.
It is.
So I am most interested and curious about your first Toastmasters experience. What brought you to Toastmasters? And what was the first club that you visited? And how was that experience?
The first club that I visited, I would like to say that you should visit different clubs. Each club has its own personality, and the very first club that I visited was not the club that I joined. It just didn't seem like it was the right fit for me. When I join a Toastmasters club or even visit one, I like to see what I can get from the club, obviously, but also what I can give. The first club I actually joined was in Seattle. It was the Downtowners Club that I have been a member for 10 years. And what really brought me to that club was someone that I had worked with 30 years before was the president of that club. And he was there on that day. And the group was just very cordial and very friendly.
Okay. And you decided to join after that general meeting?
I did. I joined that very day.
Oh, okay.
I really had, everyone was so welcoming. I saw great speeches. I thought that it was really a place that I could learn.
Excellent. One of the things that I love about Toastmasters is I learn different people's stories and different things going on and things that I've never even heard of. And in fact, I just recently found out that you used to play Dungeons and Dragons and are a Reiki master. Tell me about some of the things that you've learned from members and hearing other members speak at Toastmasters, and something maybe that surprised you.
Yes, I have heard so many speeches over the years. I think the one that surprised me the most was someone going to clown school. I never thought about Toastmasters. It's usually been a very professional setting, and I never thought about anyone giving a speech about going to clown school. They were sharing the point of coming to Toastmasters and going to clown school were very similar. And I was very surprised at that. But what they did share was that you can have a fear of one and you can have a fear of another. But both of those were about overcoming fears. And I think that was probably the most interesting story that I heard. I also heard about one of the skydivers. He was a firefighter and just dove out of planes. He came to our club. He had a stutter. He came to our club to learn how to get over his stuttering, and he did, because you can imagine his job was really important to be able to not stutter. He had to deliver a message very quickly.
Right.
Those are 2 of the key ones that I recall.
Okay. Interesting, yeah. I love hearing the different people's stories. Back to when you first began to join Toastmasters, what were you looking for in a club? What was your criteria?
My criteria was that I was looking for leaders in clubs. I was looking for someone that could help me better articulate my message. I wasn't sure always what that message was, but I knew that I needed to do better at communicating. I would see people in my company, the leaders in my company, that were so eloquent in their speech, and I wanted to be like that. So I was constantly looking for leaders, and then I found that I could be a leader. And then became one in Toastmasters.
So did you become an officer shortly after joining, or did you wait a while and just be a member?
It was about 6 months.
Okay.
And they asked me to be an officer,
Mm-hmm.
and I became the vice president of education
Okay.
very quickly.
And that leads to my next question. As an officer and attending several conferences, I have heard something called the Toastmaster, the officer fatigue, which people get a little burned out. You do not seem to be affected, though. You seem to keep your enthusiasm and your buoyancy in being an officer, and I am just curious as to what are some of the tips and tricks and how you keep your enthusiasm alive.
Thank you for that question. I keep it alive because of all of the members.
Mhm.
The members energize me. I love to see someone grow, just as I've had the opportunity to do that, and really take it from a very basic level of understanding, even in Toastmasters, but also to be able to see within them that they have the confidence to be able to move forward.
That is my favorite part too, of seeing new members and how they gain confidence in themselves and how they do grow forward and learn that way with the Toastmasters program.
Yes.
So, and I'd like to also ask you, what are your goals in Toastmasters? Do you have what's the next step for Val Ensor?
My goal is by June 30 that I will achieve my Distinguished Toastmaster Award. I have been working very hard on it. It is a lot of work, but it's something that, while some people may do it in 3 years or 4 years, it's taking me 10.
Yeah.
But it's really the last 4 years that have been very dedicated to learning about the Toastmaster program, learning what the expectations are. The High Performance Leadership
Right.
program, when you do that specific project, I'm completing that this year, April 8th, for the Division D contest. I'm really excited about it. So that is my next goal.
Okay, excellent. And do you find, I know some people join Toastmasters as just a quick 6-month project, but do you find it's more of a journey?
It
More of
is.
yeah.
Yes, it definitely is. I think everyone should get out of it what they're looking for, but they also need to be vocal about what it is that they need.
Right.
And certainly we give them a mentor so that they can have a mentor and learn more about the Toastmaster program. And that mentor should be helping them on their personal and professional journey.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate your ironic comments.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.